welcome to another library lesson at home. Today, we are going to be looking at the helicopter seed. Some of you may have seen something like this in your yard or falling off a tree. This is a seed, and one day it'll grow into a tree. What's cool about it, though, is how it gets there. This one, you might notice it has the seed on one side, the weight on one side, and what looks a little bit like a wing on the other side. And what it does, some of you may have done this at home, but we're going to go ahead and look at it. What it does is that you can drop it, and it twirls all the way down as it spins, just like a helicopter, to get where it's going. So it'll be caught by the wind and spin and travel out to make a tree in a new place. What we're going to do today is we're going to make our own helicopters and experiment with how they fly. So the first thing we want to do actually is we want to make a hypothesis. And a hypothesis is a guess of what's going to happen. Well, we've started with our helicopter seed and see how it flew. So what we want to do is we want to guess how is our at-home made one going to fly. So take a second and think in your head, how is our home one going to fly? All right. Now, to help me with the next part, these are my children, Addison and Colton. Guys, want to come say hello?
Hi.
Now, we've already done this experiment together and actually seen how some things work. So they're going to help me walk through what we've done at home and show you what we've done. To start our experiment, you need a strip of paper and a paper clip. Now, the first thing you're going to do is fold the strip of paper in half. Here comes the hard part. Now that you've got it folded in half, you want to bend your wings. And to do that, you bend them so that the side lines up with your bottom. And it kind of makes a bit like a triangle. You see how that kind of folds over? Then I want to do the same to the other side, but I'm going to bend it the other way. So I've kind of done this thing where it makes a little bit like a V with two flaps on the side. Then I'm going to pop them up a little bit, so they're my wings. So they're my two wings. And I'm going to put the paper clip on the bottom here to give it some weight. All right, now here comes our experimenting time. All right, guys. Step this way for me. Colton. Thank you. What we did is now we take our control. Our control is our first idea, or our basic one, and dropped it. We dropped it 10 times. So from the tie and let it drop, let it fall. And you'll notice it kind of spins and twirls around and flaps. Oh, that one kind of went off the screen. I know. And what we wound up doing is we actually dropped it 10 times. And then we marked it on the ground so you can see, kind of where our landing points were. We marked our landing points on the ground so we can tell what our basic is. Remember, this is our start and our control, and that's our basic. Here comes the next part. After you've done this point, then you take, and I want you to change it. Guys, can you come bring some of the ones that we experimented with?
Whoa.
Don't crunch them, Cole. Don't bend them.
I want to find.
Hold them gently. What I want you to do now is, now that you know how our helicopter is going to fly, I want you to change it and do something different so we can make some kind of new flight path. Some of the ones we did, we moved where the weight was. So you'll see the paper clip is up higher. We made shorter wings. Addison, what else did you do in yours?
So, this one is actually mine. I took it and I cut the wings off. And then I made little tassels like a bird's feather. And I see how that flew. And Mom, Miss Melissa.
Miss Williams.
Miss Williams. Miss Williams actually took a penny and taped it to the other side to add more weight because the paper clip wasn't enough.
Actually did a big one.
We changed the length of our wings. That was one of the things. You'll see some of the ones that Cole and some of the ones that Addison have really, really short wings. We did one that had really, really long wings to see how that flies.
And we did one that kind of was like a bird's wing.
Addison, Colton, what did you do on that one?
This one has a cut here and some bird wings here and some bird wings
Some feather-like wings?
here.
All right, so,
And it goes all the way up to here.
and you can see how they fall and how they fly. Guys, you want to drop a few so they can see how they fall?
Yeah.
Come stand over there and drop a few for me.
Okay.
And then what you want to do is you want to test and look at how your new wings, how your new helicopters are different from the original, from your control. So do they fall outside of where your markings, your 10 markings were? Do they fall right in the same place? Do they travel farther? Do they travel differently? How do they fly differently? Do they spin faster? Do they spin slower? Do they wobble to the ground? All right. And at that point, experiment, have fun, and make discussions. Have a great day, guys.
Can I do a discussion?
Say goodbye
Mama, I want to say a word
really quickly.
A helicopter seats almost swide.
Bye, guys.
Bye.